Hi, Ocean Room. Here is your shared reading video for this Thursday. So, in social studies and in some of our shared reading, we have been talking about ring, 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 ring. Hello, hello. What is that called? The telephone. Absolutely. We are going to read our book called Using the Telephone. Using the Telephone by Marcus Jones. Alexander Bell, we know that guy, built a telephone in 1876. He had to learn a lot of science to do it. This is a picture of Alexander Bell and his telephone. Here are some telephones from long ago. Do these early phones look like your phone? Phones use electricity to send calls. Some calls are sent through wires. Some calls are sent through the air. Take a look at those phones. Have you seen a phone like this? Maybe in a museum. Maybe some of your grandparents have some that are like this still. Some phones can get calls that travel through air. Using the phone is a great way to talk to friends and family. Who do you like to talk to on the phone? So I'm going to stop right here and think about this. Why do people use the phones? Simply, why? Why do we use the Ocean Room? Like, what's the whole purpose of it? Could you imagine a world with no phones? How in the world will we communicate? What are some other ways to communicate? All these things are things that you have to consider when it comes to the telephone. But I'll tell you what's important about it. What's important about a telephone is that you can be in your house right here in Indiana, but your grandma, your cousin, your sister, your brother can be all the way in Alaska. And all you have to do is pick up the phone, dial their number, and through the wires, you can talk to them. Everyone say the telephone. The phone can be used to get help when someone is sick. Using a phone is a big help if there is trouble or danger. For example, if you saw someone get hurt, you or a grown-up would dial the number 911. Remember, Ocean Room, 911 is for emergencies. Anytime in the case of an emergency, you dial the number 911 to get a hold of someone who can help you. Dial 911 to get help. The people who answer the phone at 911 will send help. Use your head. Tell them what the problem is. Do not hang up because they need to find out where you are. Are the roads open after a snowstorm? Use the telephone to find out. The telephone is also good for finding things out. For example, you can call your school and find out if it is open after a storm. Telephones make our lives better. How can the phone be used to find information? How can the phone be used? So we know it can be used to talk to family and friends. We know it can be used to help us in the case of emergency by dialing 3 numbers, 911, right? And then we also know that in a case of an emergency or like if we need information for something, we can also use the telephone by calling a school about a snow day. Like right now, our schools may be closed or may be open, but we can always pick up the phone to call our schools. So right now, that is the end of our story. Remember, phones can be used to find various information. You can use phones to talk to friends, talk to families that are near you or far away. You know that phones are used for in case of emergencies by dialing 911. And then telephones are also used for information, such as calling your school. Right now, I want you to click on the Google form below and work on your constructed response. Once again, you use 5-star writing. Okay, use the capital letter at the beginning. Each sentence ends with an ending mark, whether it's period, question mark, or exclamation mark. 2-finger spacing. Okay, no chicken scratch, neat printing. Okay? And your sentence has to make sense. Remember to use race, restate and answer, cite, and evidence. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.